Thank
I've
you.
started it. I've started it. No issues.
Thank you. Okay, so this is our program. It's called Awakening Women to Womanhood. So we thought that, someone said, Ramya, I think, that she wants to really contribute. We are doing lots of things, but where are we really headed? We have no clue. We are doing so much of multitasking, and everybody is busy, but busy doing what? So there has to be a way to know ourselves. So this is the process of discovery, and therefore we kept the title Awakening Women to Womanhood. We thought we will go with a holistic approach. So with that in mind, we are starting this program on February 9th. So who is a woman? Woman means, of course, an adult, 18 years, over 18 years legally, and a female. And in our Indian culture, when you say woman, immediately it means Devi, it means Shakti, and Devi Ma. If you go to Calcutta, you will see how much the ladies are respected over there. So, being a woman is something that we have to be proud of, and also something that is, there is some power within us which we have not really recognized. So what we are doing the whole day, we are doing some multitasking. You can see in the picture, morning starts with the karandi in the hand, then you have to run to the bank to do your banking work, then you have an online class, you sit with your computer, then you read up something for your own pleasure, then you have this gadgets. Invariably you have a lot of people texting you, and then we also look into the Facebook, spend a lot of time on the gadgets. So our whole day is very, very busy. So now what we are looking at, the woman is playing several roles today. She is multitasking. But are we playing all these roles to perfection? This is something that we need to ask ourselves. And if you ask yourself that, the answer is definitely no. Right? So as a homemaker, you clean the house, then there are children, there are parents-in-law, there are relatives, finances. All the time we are busy, going round and round and round. We have never sat down to give ourselves that me time. What am I doing? What do I need? What are my interests? So this self-care is something that we have not done. So we thought that, in Devi Group, we should address this. So an ideal woman has certain qualities. So what are those qualities? So these qualities are, she is very lovable. She loves everybody without, expecting anything in return. An ideal woman loves without any reservation. She is one person who can forgive. She is one person who can look back into her past without any regret. Whatever mistakes that she does, she takes it as a stepping stone to success. And that is her strength, that is her wisdom. So we are trying to be this ideal woman. So how can we become this ideal woman? So we brainstormed and we thought that if we develop an all around strength, then we can come close to that ideal woman, and we will be able to. And why should I become an ideal woman? My life is happy now. So the reason why I should become an ideal woman is I will never have that stress, or when I do work, oh, I'm working எனக்கு முடியலையே இல்லனா I have to do this. அந்த மாதிரி you won't have any regrets or some pressures. So that is the reason why we would like to equip ourselves in all areas in order to find that peace inside and to work from happiness rather than for happiness. This is not my saying. Gurudev Swami Chinmaya said, work from happiness. Don't work for happiness. If you work for happiness, you will not find happiness. But if you work from happiness, then you are sure that you will get the happiness that you want from your work, because there is no expectation there. It is completely selfless work, right? So we thought, we will the strength that a woman should gain. We thought we will take it as physical strength, emotional strength, intellectual strength, spiritual strength, social strength, universal strength. We'll divide it that way for easier understanding. And all this put together makes the woman very strong. So if you take physical strength, for instance, how many of you had breakfast today? All of you had breakfast. That's good. How many of you did pranayama in the morning? Okay, good. Some of you did. The others, did you go walking at least? Half an hour walk, right? So something you need to do to take care of your body. See, the body is doing so much for you. So unless you take care of the body, how can you take care of others? Normally, we women, what do? We want to, do the best for our children, do the best for our family. So in all of this, we forget to eat, we forget to exercise, and we put all the other priorities first and our priorities at the end, at the physical level itself. So what happens very early in life, we start having problems. Then we wake up and say, oh my God, I should have done this. Okay, you start your journey now, but it'll take you longer. So this in this session of Devi Group, what we aim to do with the women is just reinforce that all taking care of yourself is very important. And then we'll have sessions with say dietitians, we'll have sessions with yoga teachers, we'll have session with anything related with physical activity, how you can upkeep your physical strength. So all those people we'll bring in Devi group and address this part of it. Then moving on to emotional. How are we facing challenges in life today?
Lalitama,
Are we able to
move the slide?
meet it?
Can you move the slide, Lalitama? Move the slide.
Okay. Oh yeah. So physical, we talked about our body, we talked about diet, we didn't talk about sleep. So that is again important. And
we are way behind time. Maybe you can make it briefer. We are way behind time.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the reminder, Sumati. And also we need to introspect daily. Okay, that's very important for progress. Then moving on to emotional strength. See, how are we facing life's challenges today? How angry are we getting? How stressed are we? How happy are we with what we do? How confused are we about our actions? Am I doing the right thing? How am I segregating work based on priorities? Am I prioritizing my work? So all these are question marks. How am I handling relationships at home with children, with the seniors at home, with the relatives around me, friends around me, right? So we will have sessions on building emotional strength. We will call in experts from several fields and thus empower the woman to build her emotional strength. Then if we move on to intellectual, we are not equipped with the right knowledge. We listen to lots of things, we read a lot of things, but we do not know what is right, what is, or let's not say right and wrong. You have a goal to reach, what are the things that align with your goal. Often you do things, read things which takes you away from your goal. So in our scriptures, it is very clearly given the direction that you take to reach that happiness that you are seeking. All of us do everything for happiness only. Nothing that we take up, even if today you've come for this Devi group session, there is something that you personally want to achieve from this, take away from this. That is giving you happiness. That's why you're here, right? So here in this session, we are going to deal with a lot of scriptures. We do not give importance to our scriptures. We are not understanding what is given in the scriptures. And if you just read Bhagavad Gita alone, that is enough to lead your life happily. So we will spend time on scriptures. We will also spend time on how to deal with balancing work and home pressures. And one aspect we are very poor at, handling finances. We leave it to the men in the family. So we'll have experts coming to this area also and tell us how we can become independent. And if you see the social and cultural strength that we need to cultivate, right now it is me, my, and mine all the time. We don't want to go beyond our family. So in this group, we will step a little more. We will come into the Chinmaya family first, and from the Chinmaya family, we'll step out a little more. We can do a cancer awareness program, something like that, which will benefit somebody other than our own family. So let's broaden our outlook. And if you take cultural strength, we do so many things in our daily life with puja, with festivals, without having any idea of why we are doing that. So many generations parents have done, we don't question, we do. So we're going to learn why we do certain things in our Hindu culture. And then we all love visiting temples, but then we don't know the history, the architecture, the Sthala Puranam. So let's, travel a little bit, enjoy, see some temples, learn about what the architecture says, right? So we will do this also in Devi group. We will go to several temples of Chinmaya mission. We can offer our seva. The offering seva is the best way to remove ego from us. So these are the small things that we are going to do at Devi group, which is going to help us in our journey towards seeking happiness. And of course, spiritual, we will have chanting, we will have bhajan, we'll have some meditation sessions of how to quieten the mind, because a rajasic mind cannot sit down for contemplation. A rajasic mind is one which is saying, okay, next, I have to do this, next, I have to do this. So we need to learn about gunas, the three gunas in us, how to move from tamasic to rajasic to sattva, and then transcend all three. So we will see all of that in the spiritual journey. Okay, so with this, we will stop. I think you've got a quite a broad view of what we are going to do in Devi group in the coming months. Okay, so now we move on to Sumati Amma for the next session.
Thank you, Lalita Ma. Typical Rajasic dialogue, I said just when you were talking, which is we need to speed up, we need to go to the next item while you were explaining the outline of the program. So when you gave the example of how to move from Rajasic to Tamasic, I said, oh, that was very Rajasic of me.
Tamasic to Rajasic.
No,
So you're still good.
I was, it was a typical Rajasic next what behavior, which I am now learning to calm down. So thank you for the example that you gave, and it struck me, said that's the way I have been always doing things also. It was a learning for me, not only now, in the last 6 months, to quieten down, to slow down and to enjoy every moment as it comes and accept as it comes. So sorry about the interruption, Lalitama. But then, see, we have an agenda to do it. So this is the conflict that we have. And this you'll have as a Devi group. You may have an agenda, and sometimes things will emerge which will take up more importance, and we need to be flexible. So welcome to sharing a few ideas. One of the things that appealed to me, I'm removing the spotlight in order for me to see everybody. One of the things that I learned, which is very important, is none of the Swamijis say we have learned more than you. We know more than you. So all of us are the journey, all of us are learning. And so there is no hierarchy here. And that is what I really enjoy in the atmosphere Chinmaya Mission has given the last 6 months. So in this session today, I would, many of you are already taking sessions, Bala Vihar and Devi group and Vanaprastha, and it's amazing that so much of expertise is there inside this room. So I'm just going to share a few points, and when you feel like sharing some additional point or a different version, please feel free to do that, because all of us are on the journey of helping and empowering women to find out their own inner strengths. So when we say a training for the Sevaks, what exactly do we? Just give me a minute. Yeah. When we talk about our own vision, each of us can reflect on what are we doing here this morning, learning about how do we conduct a Devi group session. Why is there a need now? Because they wanted to revamp it, make it more powerful, more contemporary, because today's women's needs are different from what it was 5 to 10 years back, probably. So then today's younger women have different roles. I'm finding a big transition in the women's roles, because now very few women have the courage to say, I do not want to be working outside. I want to be working at home. I want to be at home, be a homemaker, and be happy about it. That's a big transition that has happened the last 5 to 10 years. Otherwise, it's like, when I began my work 40 years back, people used to ask me why your husband doesn't earn and earn enough. So that's the reason why you're working. But today, if a woman does not want to work, she's asked, why are you not working outside? So many of you who have chosen to be at home, you're doing the enormous, you're doing a yeoman service, I would say, of taking care of one's own family and needs and contribute towards the society. So I want to ask this question. To be a Sevak. So ask yourself this question, why do you want to become a Sevak? And then many of you answered it in different ways, but now ask a specific question to yourself. Then we will talk about the how and the what part of it. So it's a very open discussion. Why do you want to become a Sevak? Unmute and talk. Why do you want to become a Sevak? Like I explained, because it's time I moved away from doing my own work. It's time though my work itself is in the society, it is very important for me to empower others, empower other trainers. And so for me to become a Sevak is to really find the purpose of my life and realize it. This is the reason why I have chosen to become a Sevak. I'm explaining why a Sevak, why I want to become a Sevak. Please feel free to raise your hand and then speak, unmute. Yes, Aranya.
Like when I before starting
One line, only one line.
Okay, there are many people like me, okay, who do not know this whole thing about scriptures and all that, the learning, the techniques about life, how to go through life. There are many like me. I wanted to reach it to them.
Wonderful. One-liners, please.
Jaya.
Ma'am,
Yes.
basically, there is a lot of joy in giving back.
Okay.
So I want to experience that.
Joy in giving back. Yes. Anyone else?
Vijay.
Building good society, ma'am.
building good society. Sujata?
Yeah, to explore Hinduism and to share in the process.
Yeah, anyone else?
To
Vijay,
gain and share knowledge, ma'am.
No, ma'am, Sumati Amma. Because here everybody says Sumati, not Amma, Sumati Ma. So that's a culture in I'm learning. Everywhere I go, people are teasing me for saying that. And I say, I can't keep this only for Chinmaya because other women are also Mas. So I use it wherever I go. And they look at me like, where is she changed so much? When I say Hari Om, they say, what? So these things teach Chinmaya Mission taught me when you say Hari Om, it means that you are acknowledging the God in the other person. Nothing wrong with that. So these things happen. Please call me Sumati.
Vijay Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am, to do seva, to take the teachings of Gurudev, what we are learning from Gurudev, to the people, those who have not received it.
All right. So, thank you for sharing that because now you've got some why about it. And then we can now move to the next one, which is like, what do you think? Now, this is again, this is going to be a group discussion thing. So you need to be very ready to unmute and talk. And what do you think are the Sevaks, you as a Sevak expect from
One
this?
who does
Sevak
seva,
group?
man.
Sorry?
One who does seva, that is with selfless service.
Correct. No, that I'm not
Who
asking.
serves the society, the attitude of serving. So
Thank you, Hema. Thank you, Hema. So the question here is, what do you as a
I mean,
Sevak
one should not have any insistence. That's what, I mean, we should not, I mean, seva insistence like that. I mean, we should do heartily to any people, any kind of thing.
Selfless service, I guess she's saying selfless service.
And
No.
like,
So,
But the
that is
question is
only when we
different.
do serve, we truly deserve actually.
okay. So now what
No,
one
the
of the
teaching
important
methods,
things
ma'am,
is to realize.
which blend in your, like how you are teaching
Okay.
it is appropriate hand. So we learn all the things and in return we give that back.
Okay, so you are answering the previous question. Oh, I have moved on to the next question. Okay, now thank you, Hemalatama. The question is, one of the important things to run a Devi group or children come, and many of you have done Bala Vihar, you know what they'll expect from you. They want excitement, they want stories like that. When you're tuning to a Devi group, you need to understand or at least be sensitive to what will the Devi group potential participants expect every you're fixed on a Tuesday, I think. So every Tuesday, what would they expect from the Devi group activity? So every month.
Thursday, Sumati.
Thursday, sorry. So when they come, what do they expect? What will be the general expectations of the Devi group? What do you think are their expectations? And then the second part or the first part of the question is, what do you expect from the Devi group? You are going there as a Sevak. You will also have some
Yes, yes.
expectations, isn't it? So I would like you to raise your hand and speak so that there is no overlap. Yes, Ramya.
Okay. Personally, my expectation of myself through the Devi group would be cleansing. That is as a Sevak. So to myself. So the expectation with which the women will come to attend the Devi group would be a proper use of 1 hour of their time. And they would definitely like to learn something where they could connect. So if it is way beyond their head, I think they're just going to just shun away. So something, I think we should start from where they can connect, and it should be something useful to them.
Use of 1 hour.
Use of 1 no, I mean, their 1 hour should be properly utilized, right? Because they're coming and giving their time. And I think they should start from where they can connect, not something very high. So
Useful, 1 hour of useful, what? How do you want to word it?
their time. Use of their time only. Time is important, right? Everyone is busy in these days. So and the media, the social media is giving you so much of information. So it's not that they can't pick information from elsewhere.
Correct.
So they connect is important.
Connect is important. And the Sevak, as a Sevak, you said the first line?
I, as a Sevak, my expectation to be a Sevak in the Devi group is cleansing, self-purification. I see through this seva, there is purification. I don't know how much I'm giving to the society or anything, but I cleanse myself and I be myself, and thus the learning happens.
Fine. Anybody else who would like to add? Thank you very much, Ramya. That was very important to know, because we also have expectations is something we need to acknowledge. Otherwise, it's difficult to sustain. We are looking at this in order to make all of you brilliant Devi group facilitators, leaders, teachers like Lalitama and Hima Bindu and others. So it's very important for us to get in touch with what do we want from the sessions. Who would like
Usha
to...
Shivakumar wants to say something.
Yes, Usha.
Yes, ma. Actually, as a Devi group participant, I really feel that I'm gaining excess of knowledge through this group, and I really feel like satisfied when I complete. Like after 1 hour of class, I really feel like something is revoked inside me, and I get the inner peace, and I'm feeling satisfied. As the
Really
knowledge.
sorry, Usha.
Yes, ma.
Please.
Sorry.
She's asking you to repeat. She
Uh-huh.
meant rejuvenation. After the class, it's
Yes.
rejuvenation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Sumati, can you hear us?
I think she got cut or what?
Yeah, something. It's just yeah,
Maybe
froze.
go to gallery
Screen
view and
froze.
see.
Yeah, she's not there. Sumati, are you there?
No, I think, yeah, she is there. Wait, I did see. Yeah, she
No,
is
her
there, but
screen is
her.
froze. It's
she's-
frozen. She has lost it. Yeah.
Had a network
Yeah,
issue, sorry.
Yeah, we thought as
Yeah,
much.
network issue in between.
I had. Sorry, Usha, you were explaining that and I couldn't get it. Can you repeat briefly, please?
Yeah, actually, exactly. As a Devi group participant, what I really feel is after 1 hour of class, I really feel myself refreshed. Like I have gained more knowledge, and I don't know exactly what to say, but something inside me is giving me peace after completing the class. So I really feel very great after attending this class.
Super. Yes, Kirtana?
Yeah, some pranayamams, including these things like some basic pranayamam after chanting the mantra or before the mantra, and some book reading session like giving some important information, um, and some behavior analysis techniques like how to behave with the family and with the society also. Like some part of time we are missing these things like mm, maybe in the life journey sometimes we miss this behavior analysis sometimes. So like what to expect and what to give to family, and the basic things like um,
Okay.
and proper guidance about the family also, for some beginners like for
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got that.
Actually, ma'am, they are giving the spiritual knowledge, ma'am, to face, meet the challenges.
Who is
in their
speaking?
own way.
Hemalata.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Actually,
can't
this
see
up.
everybody. See,
No,
Hemalata.
you are able to hear, ma'am. You are able to hear.
Yes,
Yeah, can you just wait
No.
for a second? Well, wait
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
second.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
need to look
Okay,
at who else has raised their hand. Yes, Kirtana was halfway through the sharing and Sujata had raised the hand. Can you finish and come to you, Hema? Is that okay, Mama? Yes, Kirtana ma, over. Have you finished?
yes
Okay,
ma'am, that's it.
Sujata?
Behavior analysis and what in
Yeah, okay.
family, proper guidance about family and what to expect and give to family. If a woman
No, I
can do
understood.
the proper family.
Kirtana, I understood. Fine, thank you. Sujata.
Yeah, wonderful inputs from everyone. For me, it's a discipline. This Devi group, it is enjoyment, discipline, and me time. Me time.
Today, me time has become a big important word, no?
Yeah.
So you want, is it as a sevak or as the participant?
Both ways, both ways. You get that satisfaction, when you share and gain, you definitely get satisfaction that you're doing something good to the society.
Okay, now we have actually done this survey, but I want to ask from this group, we need to be sensitive to this. The reason why I'm asking this question here is we need to be sensitive to fulfilling these expectations, some of which will be expressed, some of it will not be expressed. For example, we can't tell people I want to feel refreshed, but that is an unspoken expectation people might have. So then when you look at why are these expectations important? And as the group progresses, the expectations will be changing also. So people, when they give us their time, they will have expectations. So we now, now I have a very important question. Do you have any queries, doubts, clarifications you may need about becoming a Sevak with Chinmaya Mission? It's something I would like you to take it up later with Lalitama because she has more experience in this. But this is something that you need to clarify in order for you to become a Sevak. Because I don't know if I will get this, I will get support. Those kind of things also may be some questions that Sevaks will have. And so the more with whom should I work? Am I supposed to explain something? Am I supposed to report to somebody? All these things may be there because when we work as a group, we are not working as an individual as per our own wish. We need to work to the group's needs, the larger missions, goals. All those things are very important issues. So any questions and doubts or clarifications you may need about working in mission, in the Chinmaya Mission as a Sevak, there are people who are a lot more experienced than I am in this group, that they'll be able to give you the culture of the organization. So I want to move on to the subject, which is like, what are all these, where are all these needs coming from? It's coming from our mind. So we look at the levels of mind. The conscious mind is what we are engaging right now. And then there is a pre-conscious and an unconscious, like the tip of the iceberg. We only get to see the outside thing, but inside is what gives the individual a depth. I would like you to stop me at any time I say something that is not clear, or you would like me to explain again. Feel free to ask that question. But now with the spiritual development, now this is the Western world of going as deep as this, their conscious mind. But in our own scriptures, in Sanatana Dharma, you have something called the deepest part of the self, which is the pure self, which is the Chaitanya within us. So when you take the levels of mind, it is important that we need to understand with every Devi group activity, we need to target the innermost, meaning to say, I'm not here just to learn some behavior and some slokas and some mantras. What does it do inwards? So many of you said, I want to purify myself. That's an ongoing journey till the last breath, till we merge. So when we are looking at any plan, how does this reach in? Now, consciously, I may be telling a story. Now, why was storytelling, for example, a very important part of our culture? Because stories are a powerful way of reaching the unconscious mind. And when it is about the scriptures, it is from the scriptures, it even goes and touches the Chaitanyam inside each person, self within each person. So we as people who are facilitating that, I mean, to make somebody think you have the pure self within you, that's the purpose of every Devi group meeting. When you have that as a larger goal, every activity we do, everything that we do, including the session today, if this doesn't touch us, it can't touch somebody else outside in the group actually. So we are all in the journey, and we are taking people along. When we have that as our approach to the Devi group activity, we'll elevate it. We'll take it to a much higher level. Everything that I see, I have grown up with shlokas. My mother used to tell shlokas all the time. And I remember she used to comb my head, and I used to hold a shloka book in my hand, and she will see this and comb my hair. That is how I've grown up. So I always used to think, is she concentrating on my hair or on the book? But then I kind of moved away from shloka. Then I went back to shloka again, and then I moved out again. So it's like a up and down, up and down, up and down. But today, after attending the camp in the e-camp from August, September to October, November, I learned what a profound way of keeping the mind engaged in the Lord. I don't know, each person's journey is different. So you are going to elevate each person to get in touch with that part in them. So that is why the Devi group has become truly powerful. And so then now when you, let's take the learning part. So in every Devi group, like many of you said, they come for learning, and we also learn. So there are two levels, conscious mind and the unconscious mind. I'm taking the simplest one because we don't need to teach the deepest part. The unconscious mind is what at the deeper level. The conscious mind directs, or is it the unconscious mind directing? It is a wonderful mix. None of us know why we do what we do, because most of the time it is our unconscious mind. This is where our vasanas come. If we have learned a bit of our scriptures, you would have learned that vasanas decide many things, habits, attitudes, behavior, and all that. So in the conscious mind, what it thinks is rational, it's limited, it is slow, it is one after another, linear. Whereas the unconscious mind focuses on how, what we feel, what we imagine, what we create. It is unlimited in its potential. It's fast, and it gives a quantum leap, because none of us know how the unconscious mind receives a message. So my guest Saranya, as you were saying, when you come for a Devi group and you feel refreshed, that means it's reached inside your unconscious mind without your knowledge. That is why stories and shlokas and japa and all that take you inward. So when we teach, I'm not saying you do this, you do that, but be aware, whatever we do, we touch these two levels. The more you touch the inner level, the better. So somebody said, I want to know how to behave with my family. But if we go inwards and look at what is my attitude towards my family, who is this family? Who is my family? Then, the whole definition broadens, our behavior automatically changes. We don't need do's and don'ts. We just realize that, oh, I am the fulcrum of my family. So then, so these are the learning. So in the conscious mind is a critical factor, limited in knowledge, whereas the unconscious mind is wise, benevolent, unlimited knowledge. So now what does the unconscious mind pick up? Now, even when I'm talking, I'm not aware of what your unconscious mind is picking up. I need to be careful about a few things so that I don't come in the way of my own session. So what are the areas of influence? Body language, how people talk, stand, expressions that people have, the tone of voice, what tone of voice, excitement, is it stern, is it firm, is it formal? It's like saying, if you learn the Bhagavad Gita, there are some Bhagavad Gita teachers who are so serious, you feel, oh God, it's a little too serious for me. Then then there are people who teach Bhagavad Gita with a sense of humor. A lot of Swamijis do that. Then you have facial expressions. We need to be expressive because our face is our index of our mind, and we need to be in tune with that. Hidden intentions also come out in our body language. And then resisting changes. If I resist a change, then you can make out, or rather if someone resists a change, you can make that out. And so what do we do in order to utilize? What is the actions to take in order to influence, or in order to be sensitive to this area of influence? Be open and honest. We need to be open and honest. Then there is nothing to hide. Then be nurturing and soft in the tone of voice. Facial expressions need to be smiling and calm. If we are not smiling, we are not happy where we are. I just would like to stop here for a minute and ask each of you to do this small exercise. I want you to close your eyes and keep your face frowning, serious, like that. Just keep your face frowning or serious. And then observe what kind of thoughts you get. Now open your eyes, close again, and now keep your face smiling. Little more, like you're happy and smiling. Now observe what kind of thoughts you get. Open your eyes. Were they different? So we say, I smile when I'm happy inwards. But I'm saying you smile, you evoke those thoughts. The body and mind are connected. When we are in a learning context, we need to be aware of the body-mind connect
And in our scriptures, we go beyond the BMI. Yes, but we are not teaching BMI in the Devi group initially, maybe later. But then our body and our mind are always connected. So are the learners, so are the participants. So when they are happy, they will smile. If you want them to smile, you need to smile. You need to be happy being there, meeting them. Then somebody said, I'm coming for the connect. One of the things that happens in most of the spiritual groups is nobody knows nobody. Everybody thinks nobody knows me. But when the minute everybody knows somebody, the connect happens. So you are that somebody with whom people are connecting. But if you can connect among the groups, if you can individually connect with each of your group members, you form a very solid group. So we need to learn to connect with people. And you will ask me, isn't it surface level? But that's a beginning to know somebody, to be interacting and learning from each other. So we need to be connecting with people instead of being just a person who will be disseminating information. So we were with this point. Are there any questions at this point? Please stop and ask me whenever you feel like it, okay? There is nothing to get interrupted. The question when asked, when you feel it, is more important. Then you have selfless attitude. This we have referred a lot. Many of you are already aware. I know I don't want to elaborate on this. What is the selfless attitude? Yes, I do. In everything that I do, there is something I'm going to get, but that is not just for myself. It is for everyone. Accepting situations. People will come, people won't come. Sometimes the number of people may not turn up. It's okay. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had only one student, Swami Vivekananda. All the rest of them were bhaktas, but he had only one student. And what a remarkable student. So in order to get these actions in the execution is, in order to execute, you need to stand or sit comfortably depending upon your setup in the room. You need to speak with a well-modulated voice, have eye contact, and give up doership like I am doing it. In order to have selfless attitude, it is not me doing it, I am the channel. And accepting situations, be in the present. It's a very difficult call I'm asking at this point, because to be constantly in the here and now is a journey by itself. So in this, I want to, if we do not have eye contact with our listeners, like I'm looking at you now, but the Zoom has created its own eye contact. Now I know you're looking at my image in the screen. So I like now look at me now. Now I'm looking at you because I'm looking at the lens. But when I look at the lens, this is called Zoom eye contact. Zoom eye contact is different compared to the person-to-person eye contact. You all mastered Zoom eye contact. Now we know whether the person is looking at me or not looking at elsewhere. When we don't have eye-to-eye contact, especially as a group leader, facilitator, you can't have eye contact with everyone at the same time, but you can have with everyone, each and everyone at some time or the other. So when you're talking, instead of, you may have prepared and all that, let it be there, but you talk to people, look at them in the eye and say, if you're chanting, you can close the eyes, but if you're telling a story, for example, you need to look at people when you tell a story. Or when you're sharing some learnings from some scriptures, you need to talk to people. Whenever we talk to people, you need to look at them. And that cannot be switched on in a Devi group meeting unless you're doing it outside. We can't be something in the Devi group and something else outside. That will be not honest. I'll stop here for a minute because it's good to take questions or thoughts or something.
Ma'am, my question here at this point is, I mean, I'm a novice. I have never taught anywhere. So, how does this happen? Like, does it take a lot of time? How does this, pan out with the experience?
Awareness is what we need. See, intuitively, we are all very good in connecting with people. Okay.
Right.
When you go to your children's, your child's friend's birthday party, you connect with people there. So this is something very natural. But here, there is an outcome we want from each meeting. So if we don't connect with the people, how will learning happen?
Yes.
When we connect with somebody and we look at them, we use their names, we tell them, I notice you.
Okay.
Now, you're not a group of people. I notice you as an individual, and that is fundamental for human interaction.
So you have
So-
to establish that connection.
Connection, true. We are all on a spiritual journey. Yes. We are helping each other learn. Yes.
Correct.
But we are human beings first. So the human beings need to connect. Otherwise, we feel left out. We feel small. We feel I'm an outsider. I may be speaking a different language. I may be from a different state of India. But that doesn't make me, I don't need to feel the difference when I'm with all of you, because we are all on the same journey. How do you include everybody in your session, every session? Nama, last week you didn't come. What happened?
Oh. Right.
That means you noticed it and you're remembering and asking, what akkara is there? Some
You
care.
make the person feel validated or valued.
No, valid belonging. I belong to this group. People notice if
Right.
I'm there or not.
Or not.
So these are not strategic conversations. These are genuine expressions of I care for who comes to me for learning, and I want to bond with each and every one of them.
Yeah.
So now I will put you into different rooms. And I just want you to, I know you introduced each other. I'm going to randomly put you in different rooms. Talk to each other, casual conversation, and make it informal and connect with that person intentionally and come back. I'm going to give 2 minutes to each group. And how many of us are there, Ma?
We have 14 participants.
14.
So brilliant. So I'll make it into pairs. I'll make it into 7 rooms. All of you familiar with Zoom rooms?
Yeah. Breakout rooms, everyone is familiar, right? You just have to join it.
Hi, Hemalata. You can unmute yourself. We have 2 minutes to talk to each other. Hemalata?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Nice meeting you.
And
I
you are
heard you. You
very
spoke
nice.
very well.
Both of us are grandmas, that we have something in common.
Yeah.
So very nice.
Yes.
So what else, what can you share that you have not shared over there?
No, actually, that's what
Sorry?
group is. I mean, we are learning a lot. We are learning a lot in that.
Yeah, true. No, but something about your own self. She wanted us to have some kind of communication. So may I know your husband's name? Hemalata? Hello? Hemalata, can you hear me? Hemalata? Hemalata, can you hear me? Hemalata?
And now you're able to hear?
Yeah, now I'm able to hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me your husband's name.
Yeah. His name is Raj Swarup Bandari.
Raj Swarup Bandari. All right.
Raj Swarup Bandari. Yeah.
Very nice. Raj Swarup Bandari.
Now he's no.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, he's no more.
Now
I'm
he's
sorry.
no more, Mano.
Okay.
Recently, I lost him.
Oh dear. Is it because of COVID or natural causes?
No, natural only. Natural.
Okay.
He was hale and healthy. Suddenly, heart attack like that.
Oh dear. I'm very sorry. Yeah.
He had his morning walk. He had his dinner. Everything. Suddenly, it had happened like that. We didn't expect. Like that.
Oh dear.
So from that time, I'm little. I mean, till that time, I was very energetic and all. After that, I'm not going out like that anywhere.
Yeah, we can totally understand,
Except
right?
for my grandchildren, no very essential things. And yes.
Yeah. I think you're just finding solace in taking care of the grandchildren and being with them. I think this Sevak also will give you a lot of satisfaction, you know, so you will really enjoy. And in the
No,
same
it is
time,
there, but still, actually, no, like before, I'm not like before now, actually.
yeah.
Before, I
Yes,
was so much energetic, everything
yeah.
like that.
You will get
Now,
it
for
all
the
back.
children,
You will
it's
get it back,
this,
Hemlata.
so actually,
Yeah.
So
And
that's what. So this Devi group, actually, it is very nice with the open discussion areas and so healthy
Yes.
support systems
yes,
of all the women ages like that.
absolutely.
So what I feel, it is behind life and encourages every individual growth also.
Yes.
So due to this Vedanti principles and all those things.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
Your PR in that medical.
My husband is an orthopedic surgeon.
PR, in the medical.
No, my husband and my son are orthopedic surgeons. So we have our own hospital, and I'm taking care of the administration. And
very good,
my
very
daughter-in-law also comes to the hospital and helps us out as a PRO. And,
so everybody is connecting with the medical field.
Yeah.
So serving the society. In other words.
Yes, definitely. And
again, it has gone
what?
So I mean, you're serving the society. Actually, you're serving the society.
Yes,
all of
yes,
you are
Hema.
serving the society. In other words,
Hema, that's very nice.
Actually, I was working with Airport Authority of India.
Wow.
And then recently I retired.
Okay. That's wonderful, ma'am. Very nice, super. And recently I met somebody else also working for Airport Authority. So I met another Chinmaya mission group only. So she was also very friendly, and I don't know whether you know her or not. Probably next time I will just give her name to you. As of now, I'm just, I don't remember. So yeah, super cool. I think we'll go back. Leave breakout room.
Yeah.
We'll go back. Thank you.
Okay. How did now everybody has come back? How did it go?
We had a nice chat.
Nice chat. That's what we do in Devi group. We chat with a strategy, chat with a plan, chat with an idea. So this is what is a cheerfulness we need to have. So they'll feel, I come to Devi group, I laugh so much, I learn so much. I don't know what magic is spun there, and I feel so good about it. So the connect is very important. The connect can happen only when we smile. Remember, there could be 100 things at home worrying. Once we come here, this is for Hemlata especially. There are a lot of responsibilities all of us have. We need to find the time of half an hour or 1 hour in order to connect with people. And I'm saying this because all of us have so many responsibilities which we juggle, and we are masters in that. No one can question it. So it is not a question of only a home and work. It is in the home itself, there is so much of juggling that we need to. So when we take that kind of an approach to I connect with people, then you'll feel, yeah, I know. We are a strong group, we are there for each other, etc. So now, with that kind of an approach, when we go ahead, Lalitama, is there a break?
It's at 11:30, so you have 5 minutes.
I know, but is there a break? Is the question.
It depends on the group. If everybody wants at least one bathroom break, we have to give 5 minutes. Water break and 5 minutes bathroom break. So we'll just at least give a 5 minutes break, Sumati Amma. Whenever
5 minutes, 3 minutes. Saranya, how will we finish it in 3 minutes? So sure about 2 minutes. I'll give a decent 5 minutes break so you can go. So
whenever you're starting the next topic, at that time we'll break.
That's what I thought I'll conclude this. So when I shared this, there may be queries about how will I do this, how will I do that. Once we start talking about the content part, now I am focusing on the how will you do it. Because once the how, remember the why, how, what. How will you do it? How will you speak? How will you, the next part, the next segment after the break will be on speaking skills and listening skills. Simple tips that you can easily follow, which you can, when you implement it, it will be practical. There is no doubt about that. So then we will also talk to you about, Sujata is going to share about how do you tell stories, for example, etc. Because these will be the part of the agenda in the Devi group monthly meeting. Laritama will share with you other topics that we will be doing every month. Everything will be given to you, but you have to go and deliver. And you will have your own space to change the story, include the bhajan, involve the bhajan, get the participants to do a bhajan instead of you doing it all yourself. When we went to Kodaikanal, we were asked to do a bhajan. I said, Yappa, yolo varshangal nala I've done, how will I do? But then immediately go to YouTube, download this, that, take the printout. We did a lot of one week preparation and did a dhamaka of it on the day one. I learned that, nothing is forgotten. Everything is there somewhere. We haven't utilized it for some time. That's all. So are there any questions? Because none of you are asking me questions. And okay, so I would like to conclude the pre-break with one important element, which is very, for any learner, any facilitator to be sensitive to. Yeah. This is called the pyramid of attention. When people come to a session, so many things distract them. These is a base with which they come in. Each of them will have some things, the red lines indicate distraction or where they pay attention. Maybe the auto fellow didn't come. Maybe they had a traffic jam. Maybe a member of the family is not well. Maybe the child's, you got a call from the... maybe you got a call from your child's school. So if any of those things, they will be having distractions. So before you even start the session, you need to bring them to a pyramid of attention. That is one of the objectives of every meeting of Chinmaya Mission starts with Om and closing the eyes and doing Saranava. That actually, it brings the mind close to one point of, okay, you are here, now let's focus. So the purpose of any of those which we do in the beginning is, okay, let's focus. So that we cannot, the mind gets easily distracted. And that is the nature of the mind. When a member of the family is not well, you will be worried. It is good to tell the person that, you contact and speak to them, ask them to call. You need not put it in silent. Otherwise, generally we put it in silent. So then what happens is people feel free that they can be themselves. So now at this point, we have 3 more minutes. Please ask questions and feel free to ask questions. Yes, Ramya.
I just want to check on the later part of the program. So will the Sevak be given in systematic rule about how the classes will be conducted, what time is what?
Not rule. An agenda will be given. If you can approximately follow that, see, the Chinmaya Mission has a...
No, I just want to know, I'm sorry. I just want to know more about what is the Devi group program? How does it happen? Weekly once is what you said, Thursday. Does it happen for 1 hour? And how does the 1 hour...
all those things will be shared towards the end of today. I mean, today's session. In about an hour, you will get it.
Okay. And one more last thing is like, will the Sevak be given the material to be taught ahead of time? Okay.
Yes. Okay. You will be given a blueprint. You will be given session 1, take this, session 2, take this. So there will be uniformity, whoever is doing wherever they are doing.
And you have a choice also on what you want to join.
See, guideline is given so that you don't steer to, like, for example, you don't skip some things like bhajan or shloka. They have their own purpose.
Yeah.
The choice of which shloka, sometimes the choice of shloka will be in line with the topic of the day. These kind of things may be suggested to you. And then it's up to you to take it. That is where the...
So there will be a WhatsApp group rolling where we will be, the Sevaks will be intimated of what the classes will have to have, right?
That part of it, Lalitama will take charge of it, and she will give you blueprints and will emerge and evolve as you go on. The important thing is to start a group in your area.
I understand.
or to begin with, the Thursday morning sessions in Chinmaya, you come and do one session. Then that is the beginning. And there, Lalitama and all will be there. They'll give you guidelines about how you can refine what you're doing, etc. So there is no... Yes. One second, Vijima, 1 second. Ramya, all of us will have, this is what is the general plan, and this is the specific plan for the month. This will be the speaker for the particular topic. And then how do you do or conduct the whole event becomes the Sevaks
task. Yes.
Content also, preparing content
Perfect.
also, you guys have to chip in so that we make a good content. See, my perspective might be just this. So everybody's perspective put into the content, it will be holistic.
Yes,
Thank you.
Vijayalakshmi.
Yes, ma'am, I already spoke with Talita, ma'am. Where I'm staying, it's a Christian locality, ma'am. So I cannot do anything here.
You come and join us in
Come and-
Chinmaya Heritage Center, and through online you give your content ideas and all that. That itself is
we need to understand. We are not here to convert anybody. We are here to contribute in our center first. See, supposing the group is exposed to 12 speakers. How many of us here? 12, 14 of us here. Imagine how enriched their life will be.
Yes.
This means you may have to do only twice a year or 4 times a year only. But we are not going to make it compulsory. We are going to make it like you want to come and do, okay, schedule it with Lalitama and then she'll be able to give you a slot to come and do. And then you will have discussions about what you will take, and because it has to flow with the overall plan.
Yes.
So there will be an overall plan. Remember the 5 areas she talked about: physical, mental, emotional, social, cultural. So we won't finish one area to go to another area. We'll start with and include the second one, and then we'll go back to the cycle again. So there will be holistic development for the participants of the in the Devi group. All right, so let's time it. 5 minutes, please, for a short break, and then you come back. Kirtana, take your question first thing when you come back. Please,
Ma'am,
hold on to your question. We'll have the break now. Come back and start with your question.
You can just unmute and stop your video. You don't have to end and
then
come back.
I'll pause it. I'll pause it.
Recording, you can pause, please.
Pause.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to join this room? I don't know. I just pressed room 2.
Yeah. There is one unassigned participant I've learned. Who is that? I think Sumati has not joined.
Okay. Yeah, she'll join.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm going to be silent here. You people find out, tell. And who will represent now? One of you take charge of talking at the end.
Usha, would you like to talk? Yeah, just accept the opportunity. It doesn't matter how we are going to present. When an opportunity comes, yes, I'll go for it. That's about it. Yes, Usha, you're taking it up. And for me, I feel if we apply Vibhuti, it is kind of a
note it down, Usha. Start noting down. You have to present. You have pen and paper.
Yeah, she has, I think. She's very much ready. I feel it is... no, you unmute yourself and talk, Usha. We are not able to get you. Unmute.
Yeah. See, I'm very good in thinking, writing and all that, but impromptu talking, no.
No, you're going to present what you're going to write.
That is what that's why.
No,
just us, Usha. Just us only. You present, you talk nicely only.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. For me, it is protecting yourself and when you face the world. It is there as your protector. Number sunscreen maripod rolling la. So it's a screen for you to face the world. That is my concept.
Okay. Vijayalakshmi?
Yes, ma'am. Vibhuti also symbolizes at the end of the life, we are also going to become ashes.
Very good.
Correct.
Yes.
And Vibhuti being dry, in this tropical climate, it reduces the moisture and those things affecting that to our sinuses are very prone to infection. Scientifically seeing, this moisture is getting absorbed by Vibhuti, and it basically prevents illnesses. Head weight, that kind of illnesses. It reduces.
Okay, Usha.
What's your call, Usha?
Yeah, Vibhuti is made up of the dried cow dungs and homums and all that, the remains of homums, dried woods and all. So actually, what in the olden days, what our parents would say, this part is very you can easily mesmerize people, That's why this Vibhuti and Kumkum both hold the same thing. Okay, men wear Vibhuti only because that place has to be closed here, right in between our eyebrows. That is what our parents and grandparents used to tell us, you know. That's why ladies, we wear kumkum there, men wear vibhuti there. I don't know how far it is true, but that's what I know about vibhuti.
Correct only.
Yeah.
The bindi and the vibhuti, it's for that only. It's a protection from evil eyes.
It's an honor to the God. I think we are that 1 second that we apply, at least we think of him, you know. 1 second might be.
And mostly, if you notice, it is Shaivites who wear vibhuti.
Yeah.
So it is a symbolism for Shaivites.
Shaivites,
that,
yeah.
3
And
lines.
this frontal lobe is connected to emotions also.
Yeah.
So frontal lobe, the emotions are connected. So Vibhuti is a kind of reminder. It blocks negative energies. And
Keep
one
cool.
more. Yeah.
Cool. No, it actually absorbs the excess moisture from our body. And what else?
Prevents
It's
cold.
told that, you know, all our 7 chakras is getting regulated because the 7 glands in our body, you know, that causes, you know, the imbalance that is there in our body is being, all the 7 glands, that is being balanced due to this. It's really wonderful.
Even in Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that Brahma, he gets angry because Sanat Kumaras are not listening to him for progeny, creation. So he gets angry, and from this part, the Bhru Madhye, between the eyebrows, from there that Rudra comes out. He comes out.
Creation of Rudra.
Rudra is created. And because he comes out crying and in a very angry mode, asking, who am I? Tell me what I have to do, kind of thing. So he comes out and he is called as Rudra. Rudra means the one who is crying. So there are other things that happen and they create monstrous creatures. 11 Rudras are born and they create monstrous creatures. Then Brahma asks him to go and meditate, to calm down. So that is one aspect of Shiva who is meditating.
Usha, this portion you asked Bindu to tell everybody. The rest of
when
it
Brahma
you
gets
summarize.
angry, from between his eyebrows, Rudra is created. He comes out angry and crying. And then he's asked to meditate to become calm.
Yeah, I will tell that. No problem.
Okay, right, fine. Yeah, I will tell this much and then I will tell Bindu to expand on that, you know. Okay.
So time is up. We need to leave breakout room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of things happen a lot. So did you all enjoy the discussion?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
That was just a sample. Who would like to present from each group?
Our group, Usha Ramachandran.
Usha, please present.
Yeah. And now, why do we wear vibhuti? In our group discussion, we have had various answers. So I'm just going to make a small.
Only 1 minute, Usha, to present.
1 minute? Okay. Okay. Then vibhuti, as we know, is being is made up of the remains of dried cow dungs. It is to honor Shiva, to show that at the end of our lives, we also become ashes only. And it protects us from the, it is believed that it will protect us from the world, you know. And it absorbs moisture. It symbolizes, it is a symbol of Shaivanism. And it blocks all negative energies. It is also said that the 7 chakras are getting regulated because we wear vibhuti. And how it was formed as in when Brahma got angry, you know, from between his brows, Rudra got created. After that, Bindu will tell. I don't
Rudra
know
was
much.
created and he divided into 11 forms. And since Brahma's job was to create progeny, he gave wives to Rudra, and Rudra started creating some monstrous creatures. Because Rudra came out of angry state of Brahma, this happened. So Brahma asked creation to stop and asked Rudra to go and meditate. So currently Shiva is shown to be meditating because of all these incidents. So that's why Shiva is connected with the forehead. We apply Vibhuti in Shiva's name on the forehead.
Arya Shivansh, who's this, please?
Sri Kirtana.
Yes, ma'am. This is Kirtana. It's
Okay,
my
okay,
full
Kirtana.
name. I
Fine,
have
fine,
all
fine, fine.
changed.
Okay, okay, okay. I just wanted to confirm. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Yes, so we are done with our group insights. Who's representing the other group?
I just made a note of what we all discussed. Looks like they are mostly the same. Yeah, I mean, obviously. There's one more thing, like, I mean, according to this 3 fingers, it's called a tripundra. So maybe that's one information which can be extra from what they said. And there's one small concept from childhood, like when you apply vibhuti, you're not afraid. I mean, God is there next to you. So it's a mark of showing that there can't be fear. So these are small marks into like Hindu culture, like where we also stabilize ourselves as a Hindu, feel proud about being a Hindu. So don't shy, like not putting a vibhuti and all those little other things.
Thank you.
Thank
Let's give
you.
the whole group a big hand for doing this.
Both Usha and Ramya.
No, the whole team has contributed.
Yeah,
So all of you, all of you, clap, clap.
And
clap,
they came
clap.
out, no? They came out to represent. That is not an easy thing. So
I just want to mention here, you got an example of what happens when we have discussion.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. There was one very important answer which I failed to say. The ash, like the present ash, no, not only from cow dung, but many other herbs are also put in it. So it has, like, I think this Meenaka like had mentioned. Since
It's told that there is a special wood.
Exactly.
Out of
It's
which
all
they
medical property.
Yeah. And some grains and herbs are also used.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. So it's also a medicine, like it's a good medicine also. Just like one of them said, like excessive moisture is observed. Like there are herbs which have healing powers also. So yes, sorry.
Now what did this exercise do? It made us curious. It has made people share what they already know. Now, for example, I want to go and I'm curious about how Sittanathan makes their vibhuti, famous Payani vibhuti. How do they make it? Payani is famous for Sittanathan's vibhuti. And how do they make the vibhuti in a bulk? So I'm curious about it. So a subject can trigger people to think. So you can even tell them, go further and then bring some more points to the next session. So that will become like a continuity. So we use this group discussion to involve everyone in exhibit or share what they know and learn from each other. So some of you got stories, some of you got some valuable points. So this is something which needs to be every week so that they will look forward to them also participate. The more you get every member of your Devi group participate, the more you will empower them. If they speak here, they will speak outside. You need not have a platform, mic and all that. But if they, yes, Meena, you want to say something?
No. I truly agree to what you say.
Okay.
Thank you.
So shall we include this in February 9th? Was it a good exercise?
Absolutely.
Inclusive. Okay. Now, I really am bursting to tell you this answer, okay? Because I loved it so much when I read it. So the question was, how does Bhagwan Shiva stay warm despite being surrounded by such a cool atmosphere? So apparently, Sri Appaya Dikshitar, he had, upon seeing, all these kalasas being poured on Shiva, on Lord Nataraja, he composed a verse. Okay, and I won't read the entire verse in Sanskrit. I'll just tell what it means. The meaning is that, O Lord Shiva, from your hair flows Mother Ganga, and it is bedecked with the moon. Your hands and feet are decorated with snakes, which are cold-blooded reptiles by nature. On your left side is the daughter of Himalayas, the abode of snow, who is drenched in compassion. And that's not enough. There's cool sandalwood paste all over your body. So, O Lord of the Golden Hall, where do you get the strength to bear this cold? I know it's because you permanently reside in my mind, which is burning with unwanted desires. Okay, so on the heat is compensated by this cold. So Mama enalla unwanted desire vechinde evlo heat create pandrom.
Very nice.
So this is a very beautiful thing I wanted to share with all of you.
Sharing. It was lovely.
Right. So with this, we come to the end of today's training session. I hope I enjoyed it, and I hope all of you also enjoyed it. Special thanks to Sumati and Sujata, and thank each one of you for spending this valuable time and contributing and coming forward to support Devi Group. So let's rock February 9th. Over WhatsApp, we will plan more. Okay, I will add all of you to the Sevak group now. This will become our core planning group for Devi Group. Okay. And